This is Sovereign Starseed, and today is November 15th, 2017, and we got some good crypto news for you this morning. How is Earth today? Are people doing good things for themselves? Are people unifying? Are people evolving? Good questions to ask, good questions to think about. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into a bit of the crypto news this morning. We try to bring this to you every day at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Actually, let me figure out what that is on the UTC. I'll figure that out in a minute. But anyways, yeah, today we're going to go ahead and talk about a few different things that are happening in cryptocurrencies. Just a few different things on how, this is all evolving here, baby, because it's happening so fast that you have to stay aware of some of this knowledge. And I feel that, there's news outlets can only do so much to try to get us this information, but the depth of the information that's coming out every day about this type of stuff is just so vast. So that's why we got to cover it here. And let me just tell you, man, sometimes it's hard for me to try to figure out, like, all right, man, let's try to keep this down to like 5 to 6 like articles today, because really there's like sometimes where I want to share like 15 to 16 articles with you guys. So if you're into that, just shoot me a message, let me know. If you don't mind me making the shows longer, like I could definitely do that. So if you like what's going on right now, definitely shoot me some feedback. Let me know, like, comment, subscribe, share. Let's get this stuff out there, guys. Let's get this message out there. Okay, all right. So today, first thing that I want to talk about is Coinhive. Coinhive is a cryptocurrency miner, and it has the sixth most common malware. And basically said that the threat from this malware, it doesn't have it, but it is the sixth most common malware that's out there. And it says that it's rapidly spreading to a lot of different computers on the internet. And so let's see. Coinhive highlights the need for advanced threat prevention technologies to curb such practices and protect networks from cyber criminals. Crypto mining is a new, silent yet efficient actor in the threat landscape, allowing threat actors to make significant revenues while victims' endpoints and networks suffer from latency and decreased performance. Let's see. Recently, internet domain provider Cloudflare suspended websites that ran hidden cryptocurrency miners, including that of the operator torrent site Proxy Bunker. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. On this channel I've reported before, and on my previous channel I reported as well about how, like, popular news networks are starting to become under the attack of this cryptocurrency mining software. And I think it's going to be pretty interesting for us to see what companies do going forward whenever they're under like this type of news, where they're like, oh gosh, Showtime now has cryptocurrency mining going on whenever you're watching their website. And it's going to be hard for us as humans to discern whether or not those companies put that technology into the websites themselves or not, just because a lot of this stuff is going to be hard to trace. However, what I can say is that everything can usually be traced, and we'll be able to see if some of these sites have been caught, just using all of our computers and mining it while this asset was growing in price. But the beautiful thing about it is that, like, a lot of this stuff can be tracked. So, at some point it will probably end up coming out. And like I've said on this channel before, like, this is something that I don't see this is not the end. This is definitely probably the beginning of something new that's happening within, our cryptocurrency space and our internet space. And, just make sure that if you're browsing a website, guys, like I've said before on this channel, if you're browsing a website, and you notice that your computer fan starts turning on, and it doesn't normally do that, or your computer's getting excessively hot from looking at a website like this that doesn't have like a lot of moving imagery on it and things like that, then I would definitely take a look in your system tray or your activity monitor on your computer. You can Google about how to get into this as well. And bring it up and see if there's any websites that are using a significant amount of your computing power. And if they are, I would just go ahead and try to see if you can get what you're getting from that website in an alternative location, because usually websites should not be making people's computer fans come on. It should not be slowing down their progress of their research, and it should also not be burning down their batteries really fast and making computers hot. And that's usually some signs that you can see if you're being mined in the background on any of these websites. So there will be quite a few websites that are innocent to this and have had software installed on them. And then there are going to be websites out there that have installed this code maliciously on purpose against their users, but it's going to be hard for us to discern whether or not that's the truth. So I just want us to go ahead and be aware and, keep your third eyes open, guys. So next, in news, I just want to go ahead and talk about SAP. SAP is a huge software company in Germany, and they just added 27 members to the blockchain innovation program. And so I think this is pretty significant because SAP has the funds, they do have the clout to end up hiring on, and they hired 27 people on to end up taking a look at the blockchain co-innovation initiative. The group was set up to encourage collaboration on developing distributed business processes using peer-to-peer networks. SAP said the group is working to integrate blockchain into Internet of Things, supply chains, and manufacturing with the help of the SAP Cloud Platform blockchain. So here's one that now we're starting to see the product. So this is the product of all of SAP's work over the past few months and all of the research that they've done. They now have a product to give us, and it's going to be called the SAP Cloud Platform Blockchain. So that's interesting, and I have a feeling that this SAP blockchain is going to be one of those blockchains I've been speaking about that's going to try to make itself very relevant and very significant going forward, because there's a lot of people that are proud of what they've done with this blockchain. And so what I can say with that is this is good. It's going to be leading innovation. It's going to be leading competition. But, I also want to make sure that we remember what the principles of a lot of this is that it's made for the people of the planet. It's made so that the people of the planet can have access to it and they can help with looking at it and researching it. So if SAP has some cloud platform blockchain, which obviously they do, and they're going to be pushing it towards other people, I think that, really trying to make sure that it's universally compatible and really attractive to the people of Earth, that's going to give it a lot more push whenever it's trying to use itself in these other business areas. So I think that's really cool. SAP Cloud Platform Blockchain. Take a look at it. If you don't right now, it'll probably be taking a look at you at some point, because these things are going to try to make themselves very relevant in a lot of companies. IBM is doing the same thing. So next in the news, I just want to talk about how Russian central bank official says that ICOs have a huge potential. So let me just go ahead and take a look here. A senior official at Russia's central bank. Hey, Shining Grace, thank you so much for showing up today. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching me, and from Twitch, because it's meaning a lot to me. I've been finding out that I'm in the pits at the bottom of that website, and so and the other cool part is Twitch is going to allow us to have so much fun in chat. Oh my god. So anyways, because even though we're talking about some big stuff on this channel, we're talking about heavy things sometimes, we should still have fun. We're humans, and we got to enjoy this life that we have. They're short, fragile. Treat them with beauty. So, Russia's central bank senior official says that he believes ICOs could drive funding opportunities for startups. So he understands, they get it. I want to know, what is his name? Sergey Shvetsov. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, bro. Said that the central bank would support the development of the blockchain funding model. Shvetsov was quoted as saying, "Our country has a tremendous potential of innovations. Our students, young people, and entrepreneurs have the edge over any country in the world from the viewpoint of ideas. And amid the lack of classical institutions of startup support, ICO development has a huge potential to finance those ideas." Wow. I think that's amazing. That's very beautiful right here. Is that like this person, this central banker is saying that look, even though we don't have the same institutions that other places do, we got the opportunity to make ICOs now, and I think that's beautiful. Hey, Nerdy Wen, sorry if that's the one, if I'm mispronouncing that, my man or my friend. But welcome to my room. My friends are your friends. So yes, thank you so much for joining in today. So yeah, as I'm just taking a look at this, this is really cool because Russian central banker is on board and he is able to see that even though they don't have all the institutions that some of the first world countries may have, that and I don't know what's considered, what type of classification Russia's considered as. No offense. Whenever I talk about this, guys, I just want you guys to know that I speak broadly, and that's okay because I'm only speaking from my area of education, and I'm only speaking from my point and perspective right now, and I'm okay because I'm continuing to learn. Hey, regards, my friend. So yeah, basically, this is very beautiful because they like. I just want the people of Earth to see that even though there are certain countries out there that don't have the type of privileges that some countries do have, they see the potentials in ICOs, and Sovereign Starseed fully believes that the countries that don't have as much institutions in their chunk of land, you could say, they are going to take and leverage the power of not only ICOs but cryptocurrencies further than the more developed countries. Why? Because they simply needed an outlet to be free, and now it's there, and I think that's beautiful. So, hey, what's up? Holla, holla. So yeah, basically, as I'm just taking a look at that, it's very beautiful that like it says that they have a tremendous potential of innovations. They have an edge over any country in the world. I think that's very bold, but I think it's a beautiful statement to try to motivate the world and to try to motivate its people, and that's beautiful from the viewpoint of ideas. And amid the lack of classical institutions of startup support, ICOs have a huge potential to finance those ideas. So I feel, exactly what they're saying, as well as that not just with Russia, but other countries that don't have classical institutions and things like that, they're going to be able to release ICOs that this whole world, oh man, this whole world's going to partake in on. Wait until Brazil starts to find out about this. Wait until South Africa starts to get into some of this stuff. Wait until Bangladesh starts up an ICO, and they don't have classes. Some of those places don't have classical institutions, and they are going to make the whole world feel their coin. They're going to make the whole world love their coin, and this is what I'm talking about. This is when we're going to start to see evolution on the planet happening very, very fast, very fast. So I love it. And I'm so happy to see this type of information coming out and this type of look like from central bankers to say like, wow, you know what? We have a lot that we can end up doing here with ICOs. So, you know what? I give props to Russian central banker Sergei Shvetsov right now because of this article that I'm reading right now. And I think that's beautiful. So again, you never know because we all live in an age where this could be propaganda. So you never know, but it's just something beautiful to look at. So again, next, I just want to talk about CoinDesk.com is putting out an interesting article talking about SecureKey. I've talked about SecureKey on this channel before, where it's an interesting marketplace that I can't wait to dive into. But you can buy like citizenship, you can buy e-residency, you can buy all kinds of things on the SecureKey platform, and it's trying now to go ahead and get into the IBM blockchain. And so this is pretty cool. And it wants to go ahead, and this is transformational for identity. It makes it easier for me to prove it's me and harder for the bad guy to masquerade as me. And I think this is pretty interesting. It says the ID system was first announced back in March 2017, where the company explained that the IBM blockchain tech is built on top of the open source Hyperledger Fabric version 1.0 platform. This new system will help tackle the toughest challenges surrounding identity. Um, and so what does all that mean? That basically means that there's a blockchain that's trying to go ahead and make it so that we can verify ourselves easier, guys. And SecureKey also has intentions of trying to make it easier when, people in the US especially have to submit all these documents for KYC purposes. Um, have you ever been on any of these Bitcoin websites where they're asking you to take a picture of yourself and a picture of your ID and a picture of your passport, upload some document that's fresh 60 days within the last 60 days and all this stuff? Like, if you've ever done that, then like you'll see that, this has definitely been a problem for a lot of people and a pain. And SecureKey tries to get in there and adapt to that. And they're trying to also do that by using the IBM blockchain to launch themselves. So I think that's pretty cool. That's basically what this article today from CoinDesk is saying, is that SecureKey is now going to get into the IBM blockchain. And just like I was speaking about earlier with the SAP blockchain, IBM's blockchain is doing a lot of good things to try to make itself relevant. And that is something that, you're going to end up seeing. You're going to see the IBM blockchain being part of your life at some point. And so it's because all of these developers are behind it. And so I would just say, keep an eye out for it. And if there are areas that you might be able to invest in on it, it might be something that's good. So, oh, hey, Monazen. Ciao. Good morning. Good morning. So glad that you ended up showing up. I'm glad that you made it into my room. And yeah, so I hope your day's going good, man. And we're just going across some of the cryptocurrency news. And next I wanted to talk about Square Cash app. I think this is an amazing app. If you guys haven't used it already, the Square Cash app is something that I use to like pay for all kinds of cool stuff. And I use it like 5 times a week to pay for things, like even if it's like with my girlfriend or with my friends doing something. The Square Cash app, I use that a lot to get money to my friends' bank accounts very fast without paying a fee. And this is pretty interesting, right? I love that app too. It's so awesome. And so this is pretty cool. Now it's going to pilot Bitcoin buying and selling. Venom? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll have to check out. Oh, Venmo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, I don't even know what Venom is. Let me see what's going on. But Venmo, yeah, man. Like, I know some people that do use Venmo, and like it's hard. Like, Venmo's giving me problems too. So I definitely agree with you there. And I love using this Cash app. Super simple. And then the other cool thing is that now for certain, let me just go ahead and read some of this. According to Forbes, a Square spokesperson said in a statement that the payments company is exploring the option due to interest from customers, and the feature has been provided to a small number of Cash App users. So Cash App is beta testing, and they're piloting Bitcoin buying and selling right inside their app. And I think, ooh, this is going to be beautiful. This is going to be beautiful. This is going to give you now another outlet to buy Bitcoin with if your Coinbase limits are too low and you want to buy in even deeper into Bitcoin right now. Now you can end up probably doing it through the Square Cash app if this pilot goes off successfully. So if any of you guys want to get into that, I definitely suggest you end up reaching out to Square Cash, see if you could be part of this program, because they created this program due to the interest from customers. So that is excellent. I am somebody that is huge on trying to submit feedback to companies in order to let them know how they can be better and how they can be more attractive to their customers. And I think this is something that's awesome. It's going to make Square's Cash app very attractive to a lot of people with how easy it is to use. And that's beautiful. It's beautiful, guys. So go ahead and try to get into that, because, Square Cash app, it's piloting it right now. If we can make this thing go off right, if we can do this thing in a correct way and uphold it correctly, then I think that they're going to definitely push it out to everybody. It's going to be hard for them not to, because, if they don't, then Venmo will. You know what I mean? And that's what's so beautiful about the innovation in the market here, is that it's going to drive this innovation, and us as customers get to benefit from that. And I think that's awesome. So, yep, Square Cash App beta testing Bitcoin buying and selling. I guess like I should be like looking at my app. Let me get into the App Store real fast, and let me just see if there's like the way you test and see, or the way you see if this is if you're part of this beta test already, is you go into the App Store or Google Play Store on whatever platform you're doing it on, and see if you have an update available. So like here, Square Cash App has an update, and it says various bug fixes and improvements. So we'll go ahead and download this app, download this update here. And then after that, you just kind of go in, and you'll probably see like a little pop-up message or something's going to be in that app saying like, hey, you're part of this pilot program. And if you don't get that and you want to be part of it, just reach out to their support. And Square Cash App, I'm sorry if I just killed your inbox, but oh well. We got to get this going. So next in Bitcoin news, I just wanted to talk about the final thing is that Coinbase is trying its hardest to stay in court for trying to respect the privacy of its users. And it says Coinbase is likely to lose battle to protect users from IRS Bitcoin tax probe. And it says if you're a longtime Coinbase user and have neglected to pay taxes on your Bitcoin profits, you may soon find yourself in legal hot water. Because a U.S. district court is likely to force the Bitcoin exchange to hand over records from thousands of U.S. customers to the IRS. So, under current regulations, Bitcoin holdings are taxed like property, meaning that they are subject to capital gains taxes based on the value of the coins when disposed of or sold. That means that legally, taxpayers are required to maintain detailed records of profit realized from all cryptocurrency transactions, even those as minor as purchasing a cup of coffee. So, oh man, that's going to be hard. I'll just say it's going to be hard. And this is where it's going to be a difficult struggle for the IRS to try to maintain its relevancy on tracking everybody with this cryptocurrency. And I foresee that it's going to do everything that it can in its power to try to, protect people and to stop the terrorism. But as that is, like I can say that it's going to be very hard, and it's going to be a monumental effort to see all the profits that were made from this, especially now that we have cryptocurrencies out like Tether Coin that is using the US dollar as its value, and we're going to have all kinds of other things. Let me just see. I just opened up my Square Cash app, and I don't have like any pop-ups or anything. But if I go over to the side of the app, I can reach out to support and be like, hey, can I get in this program? And I might get onto that because I think that's really cool. So yeah, basically this is pretty interesting. Back to the Coinbase thing, it just basically says that like this is something that I've followed because I am a longtime Coinbase user. I've been using Coinbase since like 2013, I think, is my first transaction. And so yeah, it just basically says that initially the IRS requested records of virtually all U.S. customers from 2013 to 2015, which Coinbase estimates includes more than 500,000 customers. Following pushback from the exchange, the IRS reduced that summons to approximately 14,000 customers, specifically those who bought, sold, set, or received an equivalent to $20,000 during any one year during the period in question. So basically, I was watching this where it was basically trying to say that like they wanted all the records, they wanted it all, and Coinbase was like, no, that's not what Bitcoin's about. And there were also some other people that started to stick up for it, because there are a lot of people in attorneys. There's now even going to be judges that are going to be holding Bitcoin through Coinbase that don't want their records to be sold to the IRS. And so what I could say is that initially Coinbase said, no, we're not going to give you all of our customer records. So the IRS said, okay, we understand. We only want to get the records of the top 14,000 people that have been pushing over 20K through your website in 1 year. That's what we want. And so, as you guys can see, I want you guys to see how these entities are working together and how these man, my chat keeps on saying that it's just reconnecting. So if you guys are having problems with that, just go ahead and let me know. But I just want you guys to see how these entities are kind of sparring back and forth on trying to make sure that us as customers are protected. So, I want to give the benefit of the doubt to both places here, and I want to say that initially when the IRS wanted everybody's records, and the Coinbase said thank you for testing that, appreciate you, Shining Rays. Whenever they were asking for all the records, and then Coinbase said, no, we don't want to give you all the records. The IRS respected that, and I respect that move. And here's the thing. They said, we don't want all of the records. Now we just want the records of the top 14,000 accounts that are pushing a crap load of our dollars through your system. And Coinbase is having to try to figure out how to comply with that, because that's still breaking the principle of the cryptocurrencies if they were to hand over these records and say, yes, this is the identities of everybody that purchased things through our website. And then the IRS can be like, good, I'm glad. Now we have all these records. Now we can see if they were terrorists and we can stop the terrorism. And the other thing is within those records, they can then go ahead and find a use case to spread that to all of Coinbase customers and come back to Coinbase and say, now we found terrorism here. And so now we want to go ahead and try to get the records from everybody. And that's what's happening now, is Coinbase is starting to lose some of its sovereignty to the IRS. And that's what's making it dangerous to continue to put your transactions through Coinbase if you respect your privacy and want to keep that. And also Coinbase realizes that as well, so it's trying its hardest to remain attractive to its customers by saying, look, we're trying our hardest to go to court and battle for this for you guys. So that's just kind of the way I break it down, and I want you guys to see that the way that these entities are working together are trying to figure out a way to try to keep our data protected, but they also want to end up stopping the terrorism. And so I don't know, you guys can all make your own judgments on how much you buy into that, but that's just where that is. And so I just wanted you guys to see that. Despite the narrowed scope, Coinbase maintains that the summon is unjustified and invasive to our customers, which is what I'm saying. They're trying to make it attractive to us, and I like that. I like that Coinbase is willing to go into a court and go up against the IRS and say, nope, this is not the way that we've been using cryptocurrencies, and I give Coinbase that honor there, and I think that's beautiful. So, and here it is. It says, however, Bloomberg reports that the court is likely to side with the IRS. Bloomberg says it's legitimate for them to investigate whether people are making money on their Bitcoin purchases and paying taxes on any gains. U.S. Magistrate Judge Jacqueline Scott Corley reportedly told lawyers for Coinbase at a hearing last week, I have to give tremendous discretion to the agency as to how they investigate, she added later. So, see, as you can see, I don't know, like if it is legitimate for people to investigate whether people are making money on their Bitcoin purchases, but here's what I can say, is that money is a term and a terminology that the species is going to use whenever they're going to be talking within the realms of fiat dollars. But money, I don't think, is really going to be used very much in our species when we start to migrate over to cryptocurrencies, and we're able to see that we're not going to be talking about making money. We're going to be talking about making bits. We're going to be talking about making tokens, right? So there isn't any law out there, is there, that talks about tokens? There's no token laws, are there? And if we were to try to adapt token laws to money, and words like that, then we're going to find ourselves like, man, it's going to take us a long time. It's going to take a long time to use this. So what I have to say is that, people of Earth, let's just go ahead and start to build new terminologies around these cryptocurrencies. Let's build new ways of seeing this, so that way we can start to end up using this language in a way that's going to make us have to think in a new way on how we're going to structure our laws going forward, and how we're going to structure our governments going forward, if those are going to be necessary. I saw a very, very beautiful picture of a Native American village earlier today on the internet, and it said that the Native American village is what scared a lot of people that were coming to America, and trying to settle, because the Native Americans were able to facilitate economy of commerce, where they did not have to pay taxes, where they did not have to do the things that you're being told that must exist, that must happen, that have to be there. You have to have taxes. You have to. There's no way for us to do it without it. And I just, want to say to the people that say that, let's look at the Native Americans. Let's look at some of the other tribes that have never heard about taxes, and see how they get along, and see how they're able to establish, their commerce, and how they're able to do their trade, and how they're able to do what they need to do, even if they need to trade. So, that's what's so beautiful, is to try to think about that, is that there have been economies out there that have been completely self-sufficient, and they've been on the earth within the last 500 years even, and some of the people around us have stories from their ancestors on how that happens. And so I would suggest to the people of Earth, let's talk to each other. Let's talk to each other and start to say, like, hey, do you know of any ways that your economy used to work without taxes? And if you happen to be talking to somebody that's Native American, they might give you some really good pointers. So with that, just wanted to go ahead and give out the crypto news today. I'm pretty much done. There's no more articles that I have to end up talking about. But, I just really thank you guys for listening. Thank you to anybody that was getting the tweets and starting to watch this, especially if you're starting to watch this like on the Twitch channel, because I've been finding out that, like, yeah, I need to be getting some people to view it on there. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this. I try to bring you the crypto news every day. So for the past few days, it's been hard because I've been having some technical difficulties, plus the internet that I'm playing with out here in Colorado, in the country of Colorado, is not the best. So just thank you for your tolerance as you watch this, and thank you guys so much. If you like what I'm talking about here, make sure that you turn on the post notifications. Twitch has post notifications, YouTube has post notifications, Periscope has notifications, all this stuff. And so that way you can know when I go live, because I try to go live at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time every day. But, over the next few days, it may still be a little bit rocky as I get this process down. So anyways, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. And let me see here. Okay, we've got something else coming out in the chat. I want to make sure that I just check that. I did view on Twitch, but prefer to watch on YouTube. Is delayed and has a lot of ads. Okay, good to know. Good to know. There is this thing called Twitch Prime that takes care of the ads. So that's something that we can look into as well. But I like the emoticons. Those are so cool. They look like video game emoticons. And I want to start playing some video games too. That might be a little bit fun, especially when it gets cold in the winter. So, anyways, yeah, with that, if there isn't any other questions, then I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. If you do have any other questions, just go ahead and shoot me a message on Twitter, on Instagram, on any of those other things that are in the description below. So I'll go ahead and update the description here in a few minutes. But yes, thank you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's see, YouTube does that on its own. Well, hold on. I mean, Twitch chat does the emojis on its own. I mean... That's so cool. That's so cool that Twitch made a emoji for YouTube. I like it. I like it so much more. But it's so cool. I'm a trendsetter. I know. That's right. That's right. You got a lot of people saying, you got a lot of people saying, I feel like. So, yeah. Right on, right on. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and log off here, and then I'm going to get some other things updated, make some moves cryptocurrency wise, and yeah, thank you so much for this. Make sure you tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and then yeah, we'll be back with another episode, Sovereign Starseed. All right, guys.